What I find is that chess is a lot like life. You know what I mean? You can make one move that hurts you in the long run. You know, it seems like the right move right now, but if you haven't thought about your second or third move, you know, it can penalize you.
That's a great way to put it, too.
In due time.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
It helps me think quicker, in a sense, because it's like, okay, I know what I'm going to do, and I'm trying to anticipate what he's going to do, too. So I'm thinking, like, for my next move and the move after that. So, you know, sometimes, like, chess, like I said, it's strategic. So sometimes you seeing, like, you might make a move for, you know, to try to trick somebody, try to bait them into something that you may want them to do. Like right there, I just try to bait him right there.
Yeah, so he almost got me. Well, he didn't almost get me, but I saw what he was doing.
Yeah, he seen me.
Yeah. You know, I always thought of myself as having an aggressive patience when I ran. I'm a very aggressive guy, and when I knew that there wasn't anything or another yard that I was going to get, I would run with a whole lot of aggression. But as long as I thought that there was some opportunity for something better, that's when I knew how to be as patient as possible. You know, more patient than most.
I remember I was just young. I don't remember how old I was, but I was just kind of watching the game. I just remember watching him run. And I remember he used to have his hand on the lineman's back. So I just remember thinking, like, oh, I want to do that. Curtis Martin doing it. When I put my hand on the lineman's back, it naturally, over the course of my career playing football, I just started learning, like, oh, that's what he was doing. Yeah. He's setting up his blocks. He's waiting for his lineman to get to his guy, and he's playing cat and mouse with the guy behind him. That's why when everybody was telling me, like, you play chess, I'm like, it makes sense, because it's literally what you're doing. You're like, You're not really running. Don't get me wrong. I'm an athletic guy. You're an athletic guy. But we didn't depend, I don't really, on my athletic ability to make plays. I depend on my mind.
And Le'Veon, I think, he's taken that to a whole nother level. His patience and his vision when he runs is just incredible. I wish I had his ability when I was playing, because if I had his ability, I would have gotten a Hall of Fame probably after year 7, year 8. That type of ability.
I appreciate that.
You know, I'm not trying to, you know, tell you anything that you probably don't know, but I'll tell you this. With the way you are and the ability that you have, like, you can own New York. At the height of my career, you know, I just go into restaurants and the whole restaurant is just saying J-E-T-S. I mean, it's like anywhere I went, everything is just available to you. One of the things that I think is important is how you utilize that. Always think that a man is tested not when he's the underdog, but when he's the overdog. You know what I mean? When he's the man.
Right.
Because when things are going in your favor and everything is at your fingertip, now how are you going to use that power? One of the things that New York taught me was to just stay humble, because, you know, New York is a city where you can have a whole lot of flair about you, and it's cool, and they'll love you for it. But when things go bad, depending upon the way you've had that flair, it's going to determine a whole lot on the way they judge you from there on. Now, a huge part of being a professional athlete is just being able to block all of that out. There's 3 things. You know, if I had an enemy that I wanted to destroy, I'd give him 3 things. I'd give him all the money, the fame, and the power that I could. Then I'd sit back and I'd just watch him destroy himself. You know what I mean? Because a lot of those things, especially, and I'm sure you're learning this now, the more you get, the more comes along with that.
In New York City, everything is bigger. The skyscrapers, taller. The lights, brighter. The noise,
for the Jets, it's going to have to be Le'Veon Bell.
Louder. After signing with the Jets in 1998, Curtis Martin took the city by storm on his way to 7 straight 1,000-yard seasons, the 2004 rushing title, and ultimately, the Hall of Fame. He was a key piece in powering the franchise to 12 wins in the AFC Championship game in his first season with the Green and White. 21 years later, the Jets' new workhorse is ready to write his own chapter on America's biggest stage.
Just be ready. Big things coming. Big things coming, man. It was literally like a new slate, new start over, just new teammates, new coaches, and getting the opportunity to be with you, and it's a blessing for me. I know at the end of the day what I'm capable of and what I can do, and I embrace it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made this move knowing everything, what could happen or what could not happen, because that's what I wanted, and I'm happy with what I did.
Hey, you see, do I got juice today or what? Huh? I got crazy juice today, don't I? You got a little something. What? A little something? A lot of something today. A lot of something. That sun ain't beating on me today. Just watch how I look in practice. Let's find a way to be great today. Woo. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Sammy. My little two in real quick. Ooh. Oh. Remember, you're going against a backer, bro. I'm about to kill. Gotta kill the backer. Give me some sauce. That's what I'm saying. If I'm not killing the backer, just don't throw me the ball.
A two-time first-team All-Pro, Bell was an offensive force in his first 5 seasons with the Steelers. He's a transformative back that can play all over the field.
Le'Veon is equivalent to a good wide receiver in the NFL. You take a starting receiver and you couple that with one of the most talented running backs, in the NFL. I think you have such a combination that is so beneficial to a young quarterback, because running backs are always that option when you don't have any options.
After sitting out the 2018 season before signing with the Jets, Bell is ready to prove he's still one of the NFL's most dominant players.
I think my best football is going to come when I'm really into the game, like years down the line. I think I'm going to be better this year than I was 3-4 years ago. And I think, in 3 years, I'm going to be better than I am this year, just because of the fact that I'm able to learn and adapt.
I see a young guy who's maturing and who's growing into his own in a different way, and it seems like a good way.
Every time I get the ball, I'm really trying to think, how am I trying to get better, like each and every rep. I don't take football for granted at all. I want to play at a high level for as many years as I'm playing it. I want to play at the highest level I possibly can.
Pads up.
I'm excited about the whole situation, the whole scenario, being in New York, playing in front of New York fans. I understand. Nobody's more excited than me. Nobody's more ready than I am. My family and friends, the fans, the coaches, everybody ready to see me, but I'm way more ready to show people than what people are ready to see.
I think that he has the ability to be one of the best running backs ever. You're not going to find too many guys in the history of the NFL who are more just gifted than he is.
I'm coming, I'm ready. It's going to be a fun year, and I want people to, really be ready for what I'm about to run, because I know a lot of people kind of looking at me and counting on me. I'm not, one to let people down.